everyone, I'm Pam with Organizer AZ911, and in this video I thought I'd talk about setting up an organized school support system within your home. Now currently it's the end of September, and so school's been in session for a few weeks now, a little bit over in our district, but I thought I'd talk about this now because when I approach setting up school support systems in my home, I usually first start with sitting back and observing what happens in the beginning of the school year before actually setting up the systems to support it. And I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it's kind of like I want to see what kind of new things. Every year there's something new that the schools do or the new that the kids are in, whether it be a sport or an activity. So setting up something beforehand, sometimes they end up redoing it or tweaking it or something like that. And it is fine to set up a support system before school starts. But in my personal feeling on it, I always like to sit back, observe, wait and see how the daily routine varies, and then try to set up a system to support that. Okay, so there's four main stations I want to talk. Four main stations I want to talk about in this video. The first one is, of course, setting up a workstation, a place where your children do their homework. And then the second station I want to talk about is a communication station. You want to keep the lines of communication going so everyone's on the same page. The third station I want to talk about is a go station, and I'll explain that later. And then the fourth station is a school supply station in your home. Okay, so let's talk about the first one, the workstation. In the school year, you want to set up an area for your child to do their homework. Now, it could be a desk in their bedroom or maybe the dining room table. The one thing you want to make sure is that you set up an area, workstation for them that is quiet and out of the way. You don't want a lot of distractions. You want them to be able to be focused when they're doing their homework and free of any distractions. Now, this workstation should also be free of clutter. So you want an area that has a clean surface, a clear surface, and keep minimal school supplies, only what is absolutely necessary at that work location. If they need additional supplies, again, that's my other station, the supply station that I'll talk about a little later. So the main workstation should be out of the way and quiet. Now, I know some people also try to have their kids do their homework at the kitchen table, maybe while they're cooking dinner, and then they can help, and it brings a little togetherness. But really, for success and what's best for their study habits, you want it to be a quiet area free of distractions. So if you are helping, let's say, younger children with their schoolwork, schedule out that time to sit with them in the quiet workstation and help them. Don't try to balance making dinner, and I know life happens and you need to, but if at all possible, for their best schoolwork being done, set up something that's quiet and free of distractions. Okay, so that's the first thing you want to set up as a workstation. The second is a communication station. Now, this is kind of an easy thing to set up. I use just a 3 simple tray because currently I have 2 children at home, one's away, so I don't have to worry about them anymore. But it's a communication station where kids bring home papers that you need to sign, papers that you need to look at, update, policies at school. Sometimes the kids want you to just kind of look over something they wrote. Does this sound right? Did I do it right? That kind of thing. Now, in this system, I have my 2 children's bins and then my bin up at the top. And what they do is if they need a piece of paper for me to sign or new updates that I need to be aware of, they place it in my bin. Okay, now I know throughout the night once they get home, I start monitoring this bin to see if they've dropped anything in it. If they do, I address it, and then I put it, if I've signed it or if I've looked over the homework, then I put it back in their tray, and they know if they find it back in their tray, it's done, and it's up to them to take care of it from that point. That is what I mean by setting up a communication. You don't want to have those lost papers. So this way it gives them an easy thing. They drop the papers in my bin, and then I pop them back in their bin when they're done. So that's setting up your communication station. The next station I always recommend to set up is what I call a go station. And that's simply how you go and get out the door in the morning. I like to set up one area in the home where at the end of every day, at the night before they go to bed, all their backpacks, their lunches, their shoes, everything is in that location, so that in the morning when everything is fast and furious and everybody's going like crazy, you just grab and go. So that's the go station. Now this depends on the layout of your home. Personally, you can put it right by the door that you exit in the morning, or you can find another location that's out of the way. For me personally, the door we exit out of is the laundry room door because it goes directly to our garage. The problem being is it's a very narrow room and there's not a lot of room to be placing backpacks and all the other supplies that they need. So I found another area out of the way so we're not tripping over it. But again, at night, before they go to bed, everything has to be placed in that go station. So we just get up and go. No more, right as we're walking out the door, I can't find my shoes, I don't know, it's a nice smooth exit. So you try to set up your go station. Now your fourth station is what I call a school supply station. And this is where, at the beginning of the year, we all get these monster lists that we have to go out and buy all the school supplies for. And the problem with that is either if you have young kids, all the supplies you buy stay at school, and if you have older kids, inevitably a month or two into the school year, I'm hearing, Mom, I need a new highlighter, Mom, I need a new whiteboard marker, Mom, I need a new folder, whatever. And then there's also, let us not forget, the new projects that can come in where I need poster board, I need glue, I need this. So I set up personally in our home. This was a little desk area in our kitchen. Again, it's not a good spot for them to do their homework, but it's a perfect centralized location where they can get all of their supplies. Again, that keeps their desks clear in their bedroom, so they're focused when they're in, but when they need those added supplies, when they run out unexpectedly, they have everything that they need. And I'll very quickly go through what we have. I literally have a paper station. Construction paper, this one is graph paper, then I've got line paper, then I've got printer paper, and the printer of course down here. I have got these little composition folders because some teachers want the composition, others want your standard notebook. So I have an extra of these because they're always running out unexpectedly. In this one, I'll take this out, I have little folder report covers. Then I have extra folders. They happen to have a killer deal. They were like a couple pennies. So I really stocked up on that. Then I have several boxes like this, and we keep extra printer ink. In this one, we have all the different glues, glue sticks, Elmer's glue, crazy glue. We've got hot glue, everything glue. These are pens, pencils, and highlighters, any color, anything imaginable. Red, blue pens, black pens, everything. Here we have notepads and index cards. I don't know about you, but index cards seem to be the hot commodity in schools lately. Okay, so we have all those supplies and they're clearly labeled, and here we have markers and colored pencils. So they have all their supplies down here. I have a lot of paper clips, staple refills, binder clips, extra erasers, rubber bands, that sort of thing. As you can see, these are the ones they can grab and go. This is my little store at home. So when this empties out or drains, we just replace from up there. And again, here's the pens and pencils, black, blue, and red. And again, stapler. I don't know if you can see this all, but stapler, tape, whiteout, scissors, extra calculators, 3-hole punch, big in high school. So everything here is set up like a little store, and I usually, when I go to buy my school supplies, I double up, get everything else, because they're running great sales at that time, so that's how you get these like 2-cent folders. So I stock up extra because, like I said, in the younger grades, they're keeping all these supplies at school, so what happens when they have a project and they need those supplies here? And again, you never know what's going on with the high school, but they have projects that kind of need odds and ends. Also one thing, and you can't see it in the video, but down below here and below this desk, I have all sorts of poster boards, all different colors. And I don't know if you can see, I'm going to try to angle it down just a bit. See, they're way down there on the side here. I don't know if you can see it. Poster board, and I've got the thicker poster board underneath there, you can see. And also these are on file cabinets, which is helpful later, and maybe I'll do another tip clip about that. But it's also another way to keep files and keep their desks clear, kind of. Sorry, I put the camera at a bad angle there. So this is our school supply system. Now you don't have to set up a massive system like that. It was just that I had a situation in my life where, because of their ages and they were going in so many different directions, I needed something like this that was centralized, that I could monitor, because it's always important to parent monitor the supplies. Don't leave it up to the kids, because you will be hit 9 o'clock the night before or 5 minutes before you walk out the door. They're going to be, Mom, I need. And you're going like, what? You need it today? This has totally eliminated that from happening in my life, which was huge for me. Again, you want to set up systems that work for you. You don't have to set up a whole big area like this. You can set up all the supplies in one blanket box, or you can also use like a little caddy if you need something more portable. These little like cleaning caddies, and you can put all the supplies in here and you can carry it to a location and then tuck it back under in a closet or whatever after they are done. So that's an option to encompass all these things, and maybe just have one set of trays with all your paper backup supplies. Finally, so those are your 4 stations: your workstation, your communication station, your go station, and then supply station. 4 great ways for a school support system in your home. The last thing I want to mention, since we're talking about kids in school, very, very important is to arm your children with tools for their success. And one of the best tools you can provide for your child is this academic planner. It was created by Leslie Joselle from Order Out of Chaos. I have done a video describing how incredible this planner is, and I will put the link below this video for ordering these. This is the best investment you can make on your child's academic career. It teaches children time management skills. It allows them to see time, which in our digital age, children no longer can see a second hand going around the clock. They can't feel time. They can't see or make a quantity kind of thing that they can see. And this planner does that, so that it's not enough. I know a lot of schools give out planners at the beginning of the year. And they are great for jotting down homework, and I know there's apps on a phone that even remind you to do homework. Again, those are great, but it's not enough to be reminded, write it down and be reminded. It's budgeting your time to complete the assignments. And this planner will do that. So I strongly urge you to take a look at it. Go to her website. Like I said, I'll put the link below. Huge, huge, huge. Get this academic planner. It's the best tool for their academic success. All right, I hope this tip clip helped. I'm Pam with Organizer AZ 911. Thanks for watching.